welcome back. A bombshell has been dropped in the Dominican political arena in the midst of the island's run-up to the next general elections. The TV network Al Jazeera has named Dominica as one of the countries involved in the alleged sale of diplomatic passports in the first part of a documentary. The video includes damning video footage of undercover meetings and conversations which accuse Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit of offering diplomatic passports to foreign nationals in return for large sums of money and political favors in a bid to win the upcoming elections. He has since denied the allegations, accusing the opposition of trying to sully his name.
This is Oliver Serafin, a former Prime Minister of Dominica. Using concealed cameras, we film him willing to broker a deal for a rich businessman living in Asia.
Okay, but I would figure out, we're talking in the region for about 400,000.
He says the businessman would then be made an ambassador for Dominica, despite having no connection to the country. Serafin says the money will go to Dominica's current Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerrit, to help win a fourth term in power.
But he has a master plan to bring Dominicans who are in the out islands, like in Antigua, St. Thomas and so on.
Fly them in
to vote.
Last week, police fired tear gas and rubber bullets at a crowd demanding an end to what they say is widespread vote rigging. Our investigation reveals how an Iranian, Alireza Monfred, bought his Dominican ambassadorship. He helped fund Prime Minister Skerrit's election win 5 years ago, paying for rallies, T-shirts, and printing the party's manifesto. Monfred's former business partner witnessed the deals.
We don't use the word bribe. We'll just use the word a token of appreciation. But definitely, without that money, Ali would not have got his diplomatic passport.
Monfred hoped the passport gave him diplomatic immunity. It didn't work. He's just been sentenced in Iran to 20 years for embezzlement. Our investigation has found that 6 Caribbean states have appointed dozens of foreigners to be their ambassadors around the world. While many are respected business leaders, several have been exposed as criminals. American Eric Resteiner became an ambassador for Grenada. He's alleged to have filmed Grenada's Prime Minister Keith Mitchell accepting cash in a briefcase. Resteiner said it was $500,000. Keith Mitchell denied any wrongdoing and said he was only paid $15,000 for travel expenses. The video has not been made public. The Americans kept it when they jailed Resteiner for fraud. Oliver Serafin demanded a fee for arranging a Dominica ambassadorship.
How much? About 50,000.
Both Serafin and Prime Minister Skerrit later denied any discussion about a diplomatic passport. Skerrit denied any wrongdoing and said any payments were legal campaign contributions. Deborah Davis, Al Jazeera.
With the Al Jazeera bombshell threatening the Skerrit campaign, opposition leader Lennox Linton's smile was short-lived as the same international TV station also aired a report about his campaign, which was equally as damning.
Our undercover investigation into buying an ambassadorship in Dominica takes an unexpected and dramatic turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dominica.
Oliver Serafin, Dominica's ex-prime minister, says the outcome of the forthcoming election is too close to call. He says if we offer the opposition party a donation, they'd appoint our candidate an ambassador if they win. He tells us to call the opposition party's lawyer.
Hi, David Bruni speaking. The opposition leader.
Okay.
Will continue to advise. Through me, there's easy access to him.
Okay. Can you say you're speaking on his behalf, David?
Yes, I can say that.
Lennox Linton, the opposition leader, could become the next prime minister within weeks.
The opposition now really requires funding. Make no mistake, we are moving along, but as in all things, financial contributions are required.
Bruni stressed our candidate for ambassador would have to be of good character and help develop Dominica's economy.
I just wanted to be clear that you were aware of the conversations that OJ had been having with my representative in Panama?
Oh, yes. OJ OJ is a trusted confidant, definitely. I'm very comfortable with him, and the leader of the party is very comfortable with me.
He's trusted. So what OJ had to say, you're 100% happy with all of that. That's
100%, absolutely 100%.
Bruni then drafted a document stating that within 28 days of Lennox Linton becoming Prime Minister, he'd appoint our man Ambassador at Large. There's no mention of campaign donations.
I would suggest that the Panama dollar matter, they prefer not to discuss it on the phone. They believe that there are lots of hackers and so on.
Serafin means the payment agreed in Panama to buy a diplomatic passport.
Okay, but I would figure out, we're talking in the region of about 400,000.
Both Bruni and Serafin appear keen to avoid the direct involvement of the opposition leader, who's campaigning on a platform of anti-corruption.
The gentleman prefers to create a buffer because he does not want to be implicated at that stage.
The vital interests of the people come first at all times.
The request will be that the first 50% of the Panama Agreement will be what is expected at this time. The funds are needed very urgently. T-shirts and vehicle spare systems and various supplies.
Serafin sends bank account details for his $50,000 fee and $20,000 for lawyer David Bruni, who he says will also handle money for the opposition.
Amongst that could be assisting the leader can come through his account. The funds will be declared as humanitarian donations to Dominica.
We've obtained a second document signed by both opposition leader Linton and his lawyer. That also promises an ambassadorship to another foreign national if the opposition win the election.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Coming up after the break is the sports news of tennis in Glasgow and the latest weather update.